Hi families, Mrs. Schuler here. I wanted to pop in today to discuss some updates on the homework that your child has been getting as of recently. So the one thing that I want to discuss with you is the new reading comprehension that is coming home and the tools that we have put in place for your child to complete their reading comprehension successfully. So let's go ahead and let's jump right in. So right here, I have just an example of what reading comprehension might look like. Now, this one is a lot longer than the one your child is currently coming home with. However, the concept that they're going to need to understand is the same. So, in the beginning of the week, okay, your child can go ahead and put their name right on the top. There's like a little gray box that they can write their name in. Once they write their name in the little gray box, what I've taught our friends to do is to then take a pencil, a marker, the highlighters that they have inside of their homework folder, and they're going to go ahead anywhere on their comprehension page and make 3 circles. Our friends know what these circles are for. They know that if I have 3 circles, I'm now expected to read my story at least 3 times, possibly even 4 times, to really make sure that I understand what I'm reading. So every time they read the story, they're going to go ahead and they're going to color in one of those circles. This helps them keep track of how many times they've read their story. Then, if they do this in marker or pencil, that's fine. It does not have to be done in the highlighter. But then what's going to happen after they read their story 3 times, possibly even 4 times, they're now going to go down to the comprehension questions at the bottom of the page. On this page, they're down here, but if you look at your child's homework folder, you'll see that theirs are quite simple. They should not be hard because these are questions we've gone over in class, or at least the types of questions are similar to what we've been teaching, what we've been learning. But they're going to go ahead and they're going to read the question. I expect them to read the question 2 times. You look at all of the answers, and then what they're supposed to do is they're going to go ahead and be a reading detective. This means that they're going to go back into their story, what we used to call rereading, and they're going to try and find the answer in their story. Now, just for example, let's say that their question says, why do people get goosebumps? Well, if I find that answer up here, wherever I find that answer in my story, people get goosebumps because I'm going to now take my highlighter, which can be found in the back of your child's homework folder. Doesn't matter what color I gave them, they all work the same. They're going to find that sentence inside their story. So let's see here. It says, imagine that it's a dark, stormy night and your friend is telling us a scary ghost story. All of a sudden, your skin feels funny. You touch your arm and you feel teeny little goosebumps. They are called goosebumps for a reason. This is because they make your skin look like the skin of a goose. What causes goosebumps? So why do people get goosebumps? That's not our answer. That just tells us what goosebumps are. Let's see if I keep reading if I find my answer. What causes goosebumps? Goosebumps happen when you're scared. So why do people get goosebumps? Goosebumps happen when you're scared. So that sentence, goosebumps happen when you're scared, now is going to be highlighted in my story. Why? Because that's my answer to question number 1. Again, this is not the story your children are reading. This is a much more in-depth story. This is a 2nd grade or 3rd grade story that I just happened to pull as an example. But that highlighted sentence is my answer to question number 1, question numero 1. This is going to help your child identify and understand that our questions are linked to our story. They go together, back and forth. This also helps them, especially since now our testing is on technology, understand the process of going back into the story, rereading the content, and then finding the answer properly. I hope this helps. I did tell our students that in our class, my class, Miss Arias's class, that if they are not bringing back homework that shows me they were reading detectives, that I will not be counting that as completed homework. Thank you so much for your time. I really hope you have a great week with lots of learning. Make sure to get on iReady Reading, iReady Math, Progress Learning if you get done with your work early. Have a great one.